So, I've been a K-pop fan for the past decade or so, and I've seen it all. The rise of BTS, the switchovers from second gen to third gen to fourth gen, all the scandals and controversies and everything in between. It's gotten to the point where I've gotten pretty used to the rhythm of a new K-pop group, where there's a month of promo teasers, followed by a strong concept teaser and EP. It's always a rinse, wash, and repeat, and frankly, it's becoming less and less harder to impress me when I've seen a whole decade or so of greatness. That is, until newjeans came. Newjeans presents something that I've never ever seen in my 13 years of liking K-pop, and that is subverting my expectations. I see this quite often with how shows and movies are made, but this is the first time I've actually seen this within the K-pop genre. By definition, subverting expectations is the concept in which one purposely behaves or acts contrary to established assumptions or beliefs to be more interesting. A great example would be in Game of Thrones when it was good. It killed off who we think are the good guys or let the bad guys triumph. This kind of device is quite powerful if used correctly, and I think the team over at Adore, newjeans' main label, has it all together. Today, I'll be dissecting 4 different things that makes newjeans subvert our expectations of what a K-pop group looks like, and my own predictions as to what's going to happen to this young rookie girl group from South Korea. It has been a long-standing tradition within K-pop to create the most maximalistic, high-budget, show-stopping blockbuster of a K-pop group. A powerhouse if you want to be specific. Think of the high production and grandeur of regular K-pop music videos, for example, that incorporates tons of extras, elaborate sets, and fanfare. You can watch any of these videos and see immediately how much money and effort went into it by seeing the sets created from scratch or the elaborate choreography dances that are interspersed throughout the music video. It's meant to stun and wow you. It immerses you into their world in which you are thrown out of the current reality into theirs. However, when you're going for high-budget productions all the time, one can get tired. Surely, the hype of seeing each member getting their own teasers, for example, may be an innovation at first, but as time goes on, it wears you out, making you forget to check in. Unless you have members who are on competition shows from the past or from the big 3, you are most likely casted to the wayside, forgotten, and discarded. Enter newjeans. What really struck me right away about newjeans is the fact that it took an unusual unfolding of a group to a whole new level, incorporating our usual strategies of learning a new group by naturally being curious. newjeans debuted officially on July 22nd, 2022, not on a music show, not even at a showcase. It was a surprise release, and many barely knew the song when it first came out. It was done on purpose. This is what Min Hee-jin, the executive producer and mastermind behind newjeans, said about the release. The role of a teaser is to make people curious, but it had become more like inertia, and I felt it was unnecessary. With no information revealed about the members, one would keep on replaying the music video, and I expected this would lead to them to continue searching about them online. After watching the second music video, in which the members' names are revealed, I anticipated that people would come back to the first video to look them up. She was right. By the time Hype Boy came out, there were 4 different versions of the music video, each showcasing 1 or 2 members as the main focus. Using the interactive features similar to Black Mirror's film Bandersnatch, viewers could watch the music video at least 4 times, getting to know the members' faces and getting used to the rhythm and sound of Hype Boy. The dance was easy and the song was easy to remember, something we can get into later in the video essay. The slow unraveling warms the viewer up to get acquainted with the girls, following by the natural way of K-pop fans finding out a new group. This was a huge risk. As Min Hee-jin stated that HYBE wasn't keen on having their sub-label debut a girl group this low-key, but Min Hee-jin isn't an amateur. After all, she was a mastermind behind high conceptual and critically acclaimed albums like FX's Four Walls, Red Light, Pink Tape, SHINee's Misconceptions of You, girls' generations into the new world, to name a few. With the creative direction of Min Hee-jin from her SM days and the immersive world building that HYBE as a collective creates, it was a perfect formula to make newjeans a success, especially with their name being a double entendre. Newjeans as a new pair of jeans, and newjeans, the next generation of music. If there is something Min Hee-jin is good at, it was capturing the concept of youth from her work back at SM.
Love exists but with an absence of eternity. At the first moment of a lover's encounter, there's an affirmation of love. Psychologically, lunacy, emptiness, panic, delusion that the moment will last forever. I'm seized by desire. I hide behind my back and postpone all answers.
Pink Tapes' visual art film teaser still remains to be a favorite of mine until this day, showing the potential of Min Hee-jin's exploration of young love set within the confinements of SM's visually appealing box videos. It captured the whimsical and magical feeling of love, resonate well with newjeans as Min Hee-jin fleshes out these concepts for the girl group. Of course, Min Hee-jin doesn't come into the executive producing world without some controversies. She has some muses that are the youngest members of these respective groups, and the sexualization of some songs like Red Velvet's Ice Cream Cake and newjeans' Cookie, as the group clearly has minors in it. But, as problematic as these concepts were, Min Hee-jin has consistently shown over and over again that she understands the market and understands what the public is looking for. As critic Kim Do-hyun states, many of them pursue maximalism by bringing powerful and dynamic performances into the fore, while electronic pop songs typically consisting of an intro, chorus, and break. Newjeans, however, has ditched this convention. Without having to understand the concepts or the characters trying to embody from the get-go, it makes the listeners focus on the music more, which is the main focus for Min Hee-jin. After all, how can a group excel if they can't make good music? As a joke, we all ask ourselves, what exactly is in newjeans' music formula that makes it so damn good? On the surface, newjeans makes straight-up pop music, invoking a feeling of warmth and nostalgia through Y2K-like sounds like weightless percussions and airy synthesizers. Newjeans' music is light and simplistic, as a repetition of English lyrics makes it extremely easy to catch on and memorize. You can't help but to hum some of the lyrics underneath your breath, tapping along as the melody just catches you where you don't even realize you're singing the entire song. I think that's what makes newjeans incredibly great. It doesn't overcomplicate things. It makes you scratch your head as you go along with the first listen. It doesn't throw you through a loop, or rather, you kind of anticipate when the beat will drop or when the chorus will occur. It is a tight arrangement with no fast curveballs to throw you off, using the verse, hook, chorus, and repeat. On a deeper level, newjeans' lyrics have a sense of sadness and pining towards the lover, something that's normal for young teenagers to experience. This kind of emotion is heightened in ditto. A nostalgia factor swings in as the song becomes every 1 year on song for compilation videos, perfect to end the wild year that is 2022. The music video encapsulates the longing of a perfect girlhood, something that we all might be missing in today's times with the emergence of the internet. While we feel far away despite feeling relatively close to our online friends, or maybe our parasocial relationships friends via our idols, it presents an interesting side of newjeans in a sense that perhaps they are the idealized teenagers that we wish we had in our lives growing up, or rather, for the younger ones, teenage friends that they wish they had right now. That feeling doesn't come from anywhere. 250, the producer behind almost all the songs on newjeans' roster thus far, had this to say about HYBE Boy on the podcast Kpop Dreaming with Vivian Yoon.
곡이 뽕짝의 사운드랑 좀 어느 정도 비슷한 면이 있는 것 같아요.
And the bong feel comes from the contrast of those sad lyrics with the otherwise upbeat sounding music. It's this combination of happy and sad with dreamy chords and melodies that gives the song the feeling of bong.
그냥 뭐 캐러멜 소스 같은 걸 예를 들 수 있고.
250 says it's like putting salt on caramel. There's this thing that happens where the contrast between the two enhances the flavor.
The concept of bong is a Korean word for vibe and feeling, mixing between happy and sad that can only be explained by Korea's turbulent history. As one may or may not notice, newjeans' music is light of a beat contrasted with the sad and depressing lyrics. It coincides with the way Koreans feel throughout generations of trauma, which is why newjeans is received so well in Korea from their debut, even currently having an all-kill with their new song Super Shy. This formula, combined with repetitive lyrics and beats, is what makes newjeans' music incredibly catchy and gets people to bop along or invoking strong feelings of sadness and longing. Visually, newjeans subverted expectations by going the minimalistic approach. Instead of having wild hairstyles, they offer straight long hair and minimal makeup. Instead of flashy outfits created by luxury fashion houses, they offer butterfly clips, shiny lip gloss, crop tees, and of course, jeans. In fact, newjeans wear clothes that a typical teenager would wear, paired with makeup that teenagers could copy and mimic, making it easy for them to spread the trend around. I think what makes it really amazing about newjeans is their makeup and styling is very age appropriate, something that I feel is lacking quite these days when we have minor members. Instead of being powerful or cutesy or fancy, it presents the members as being pure and simple. There is a focus on their lips and blush rather than the colorful eye palettes or fancy contouring. This aligns with the kind of makeup we do nowadays in a COVID pandemic world. With us slowly going back to the outside world, we're wearing less makeup and dressing in more simplistic styles, which makes it more appealing as newjeans fits within our aesthetic. In Bora does a very expensive analysis on the girls' makeup if you want to check it out. If we were to look at the music videos themselves and how it's stylized, there isn't that much CGI or visual effects in comparison to other groups. It's simple on location filming from a high school, a psych ward, a sports field, the streets of Portugal, etc. You can almost visualize newjeans at your local sandwich shop having a bite, being extremely approachable, like again, the idealized teenager girl next door. It is also cool to see newjeans having luxury endorsements, right away benefiting from their simple looks to the current trend of quiet luxury, a fashion trend in which people wear expensive clothing that isn't loud but timeless and classic. Modern Girls is a really great video essay on this topic if you guys want to learn more on the influence of quiet luxury during today's turbulent times. The girls also embody a piece of Korean pop history that's looking like their predecessors, SES and Finkel. Instead of focusing on boisterous music and even louder sets, newjeans focuses on the music and the personality of the members, which creates nostalgia for older listeners with greater appeal to Gen Z who are nostalgic of the 1990s to early 2000s. And of course, the biggest appeal about newjeans comes from the members themselves. In a time when rookie groups get big by two things, being in the big three or being part of a reality competition show, newjeans' members were entirely unknown to people when they came out. There was no hype leading to the reveal of the members over a month or two long process like Luna's debut days or advertising them on other groups' music or showcasing them in music videos like Blackpink did. Surely a couple of the girls were in a BTS music video, but that's more of an Easter egg than a soft launch for a monster rookie group. The girls spend a lot of time on their respective phoning app and through YouTube content, connecting with the audience and showing themselves acting like normal teenage girls. I actually took the time to watch some of these videos, and you can clearly see how goofy they all are, showing their ages as they have fun in midst of filming or recording songs. It almost feels like you're watching a bunch of teenagers coming together to make music in a little studio. It humbled and humanized them greatly, which I think is the main appeal of newjeans. Like a pair of literally new jeans, it may seem new to you at first, but a good pair of jeans will fit you like a glove, immediately sticking onto you with every curve of your body. Newjeans as a concept, and with all the members are cohesive and in alignment with each other, is like a good pair of new jeans, which elevates their status as being genuine and real, a formula that Hybe can definitely relate to. It's why a lot of people point out the similarities between the HYYH concept and the digital concept, as they're both glimpses of the angst teenagehood visually and sonically. Where are newjeans gonna go next? I think this is the biggest question of them all as they approach making their sophomore EP, something that's rather daunting to say the least. We already see a stark departure from their minimalistic bong sound to the exact opposite of airy yet frenzied instrumentals and even more futuristic sounds. It still sounds Y2K and it still strangely sounds like newjeans. I believe that's what makes newjeans great. They're not confined to the preppy or girl crush music, as they can just evolve naturally and be the way they are. Since we don't have a frame of reference for these girls besides them subverting our expectations, they have the ability to continue to stun us with something new and fresh, just as long as it goes against the grain of what K-pop is today. As long as they are different from the rest of the pack, newjeans has no problem fitting into K-pop's jeans, molding the genre in what it can be in the next generation. Newjeans is reinventing the wheel with their music and style, opening the genre to, what if we go back to our roots? And what if we can go back to figure a dimension of ourselves that we didn't know existed before? If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and comment on which newjeans song is your favorite. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, as I had a lot of fun writing this one, and I'll see you in the next one.